3:30 to 8 o'clock, you're with the guys on the team, 5 or 6 days a week, and that's really what sort of built this whole program. Usually you get guys start rolling in around 3:30. By 4 o'clock, most guys are there, the nets are set up. We're doing serving and passing. A lot of the times, other guys are off to the sides working on other things that they need to work on, or if their shoulders are hurting them, their knees, they're stretching, getting their bodies where they need to be, down in the training room, stuff like that. 4:40, we have closet time. We go over the practice schedule. It's sort of a unique thing to Princeton volleyball. We have a quote to kind of set the tone for the practice.
I don't know if you guys are on Instagram or Facebook, but let's just thank the bounce contest winner. It's kind of a big deal. If you haven't had a chance to go on Facebook or Instagram, it's blowing up. It's like 20 likes on Instagram.
20.
Facebook.
Wow. Big time.
Facebook.
Big time.
Okay, tomorrow, regular sequence for a home game, serve and pass 3 to 4. It's a get what you need, but you need to be there getting something related to volleyball. So you need to be there and be engaged. If you're serving, passing, setting, great. If you're not, you're catching, tossing, giving feedback, you're off to the side. Staying focused on the process of playing great volleyball. All right, tomorrow's a good opportunity to do that. The identity, we talked about this, being positive, smiling, upbeat, that's our deal, that's our team, all right? To celebrate the opportunity to play the next point. And so the point of the whole cheer is, regardless if we won or lost the point, other teams and refs and people shouldn't know. So it doesn't have to be crazy, it just has to be the same as when you win a point, hey! You lose a point, hey! Same deal. So we're positive and fired up for the next point. That's the whole point of that idea, okay?
Take us up 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes!
And then pretty quickly we go into games, different focuses on the games, whether it's, blocking or serving. A lot of our practices are focused on just emulating the way that volleyball is actually played, getting real gameplay, because we think that that's the best way to prepare for a game is to actually play the game. And then after that, we all circle up, we stretch, coach goes around, talks to each one of us about the practice, and then we break it down, we get a team cheer, and we all head off to dinner. Most of us, the upperclassmen, don't go to the same eating club. Most of the underclassmen go to the dining halls all together.
And a couple guys will go back to their rooms, grab some more gear. A lot of the underclassmen will go to Devin Stern's room and play some Super Smash Brothers. Waiting for Woo to open up at 5. And then everyone meets at the Wilson Dining Hall at Woo. And that's where our team meals have always been since I've been a freshman.
It was 38.
Team dinners are always, for some reason, at Woo, 5. And then if we have a 4 o'clock match, team lunches are always at Whitman. I think because they have a breakfast burrito bar on Saturdays, so that's usually our go-to for lunches.
Cody, eating a meal. What's Cody eating?
Get your carbo load.
It's a healthy plate.
Full gambit. Hydrate to dominate though. That's the key. Double up on the water.
The team dinner, even after the practice, is still a part of sort of the team culture.
It's a challenge here doing a D1 sport plus academics plus any other extracurriculars guys might be involved with. But what I've found, and I think what a lot of other guys have found, is that in season a lot of people do better just because time is so regimented. With volleyball, you don't have a lot of just extra spare time. So when you do have extra time, that's usually when you fit in your studying. Our coach had been talking for a couple days leading up to the game that we had a special keynote speaker for the Penn State match, and we figured it was like an old coaching buddy or an old player or someone involved with USA Volleyball. That's kind of usually the general theme as far as guest speakers go. He told us the day before practice that he had President Eisgruber come in to speak to us, and at first we all kind of called him on it just because we didn't really see how he would have set that up.
When Goodell's back there also, we could bunch even more. But like in general, we're just playing straight up volleyball. It's a good team. If you look at distributions across the rotations, they're good, and they're not going to have a tendency that we can exploit necessarily.
As basically everything that worked for the season just kind of floated away. And since then, you know, we've talked a lot. We've talked about what we can do to beat Penn State. We've talked about what it's going to take, the sacrifices we're going to have to make. Outside of that, we've talked about all the people that are going to be here tonight. You know, 1,000 fans, not just friends, not just family, people from the community that want to watch us play because they enjoy watching it. And in the past, I've sat here and I've talked about why the 20 guys in this room have what it takes to do something that this program's never done before. And to be honest with you guys, I'm done talking. I'm done talking with what ifs. I'm done talking about all this. We need to win. Just it.
We've had a tremendous amount of support from the athletic administration, all the way from the Dillon administration up through Gary Walters and all the administration at the upper levels. But for the president of the university to come to be inside the meeting and to give us a pep talk felt really special. And you know, you could feel it in the room. You could feel his sincerity, how genuine he was, and it was pretty cool.
Wow, those are tough speeches to follow, I gotta say. So I'm going to be pretty brief, but I just want to say three things to you. One is thank you to you for inviting me to be a part of this. I have to say I came into the gymnasium and walked across the court down there that's set up, and I already felt a bit of excitement charging through me, and then I came up here to be part of this meeting, which has been extraordinary, and felt the attitude that all of you have around this table, and I feel more excited, and I'm looking forward to this evening and to this atmosphere that you've described, that is going to be just extraordinary. The second thing I want to say is just to talk about how much pride we as a university feel in what all of you do and what you stand for as Princeton athletes. We've talked about 1,000 people being in those stands. That's going to be me and about 999 other people. I'm going to try to do my part to create that electric atmosphere, and there is nothing more fun to watch than a good upset of a good team. And I'm going to be looking forward to you guys who clearly have the talent, you've proven that, you've got the attitude, I've seen that today. I'm looking forward to being part of something very exciting tonight.
So it was cool seeing someone so important to the Princeton campus and the Princeton community as opposed to just the game of volleyball come in and kind of give a more holistic view and holistic opinion and kind of words of inspiration. It was really cool.
Coach Schweisky every year, he was a sports psych major in college, so he talks about the power of visualization and how it's just, if you can't be in the gym physically doing it, you can picture yourself doing it. Your muscle memory actually creates the pattern.
Deep breath in and let it out. Deep breath in and out. As you breathe out, let the stress and the tension in your body go. And turn your attention to tonight. Turn your attention to this team, to this program, to this match. Take a moment and think back to the previous Princeton-Penn State battles in Dillon Gym. Have those images circle through your mind again and again and again. And feel the feelings of strength and power and confidence as they surge through you. Now, take those images, take your favorite image, see the pass, see the set, see the kill, see the serve, see the block, see it happen. As you see these images in your mind now, they will happen tonight. We will play great tonight. We will play great tonight. We will play great tonight.
Most people, myself included, try to prepare for every match the same way. But there's always one or two matches each season where there's just a different vibe around it. Usually it's the home match against Penn State.
We all come back to the gym, see the trainer, do what we need to do, and then an hour before the game we start our set warm-up that we do before every match. and it just really sort of turns mechanical at that point almost, where you stop thinking about, you know, the implications of the game, you stop thinking about winning and losing, you're just concentrating on, you know, every ball you touch, every rep you take, and it really just carries from then on all the way through the end of the game.
Will's a pretty remarkable guy. Him, along with Cody and Tony, that whole class with Connor, have helped transform this program into something that's pretty special. Jeff Stapleton also cut from a very similar cloth as Will. They're both extremely confident and extremely humble at the same time, which is a very fine line that we talk about a lot. We want our guys to be confident, but never become arrogant.
Well, it was a classic example of volleyball being very momentum driven. You know, I mean, the scores of the sets weren't actually that close, even though they all felt very intense and highly contested. One team at the end of each set sort of pulled away, and no set was, I think, within 2 points. Serving was definitely the main key. At various points, we got aces when we needed to and forced them out of their offense when we needed to. And I would say the second most important thing was our defense. It's something we've been focusing on all year. And you know, Tony Ensbury and Cody Kessel really had some huge digs that were just big momentum shifts. Not only right off their hits, but sort of scramble plays where Cody, you know, goes diving into the stands and pulls it back in that fifth set. Which was, again, a huge momentum swing when you can get a dig like that. And it really sort of shifted 1 point here, 1 point there that maybe we shouldn't have won. Maybe we hustled a little more than them, but really shifted the course of the match. And that, I think, put us at 12-10 or 11-10 when they called that timeout. Came in and we said, okay, all year we've been talking about the process.
And I really emphatically said, we must focus on the 6 inches in front of our face.
We're going to play this point, we're going to win this point, and we're going to go and try to win this game.